whenever we were like, around the hotel and stuff, when we were chilling, we'd just go, Melanie, and everyone would die laughing and just like, got you a little smoothie. Ladies. Like, it's, oh my God. He's, I don't even know if he's not even, I don't think he's trying, but it's just like, it's so funny. He's like, everyone just lines up and starts doing it. And I think it's so funny.
Thank you so much for joining us here at MPR News.
Of course.
If I could have you start by introducing yourself and where you're from and your connection to Love Island.
Yeah. My name is Ronnie Gunter. I'm from Shakopee, Minnesota. And I was a Casa Amor Islander on season 8 this past season.
How would you rate your experience on the show?
It was 10 out of 10. It was a great experience overall. I mean, it was, you kind of just waiting, kind of see if you're going to go or not. And then but once you do and like get through it and everything, I mean, even just being there was awesome. I loved it. It was incredible. Everyone there is nice.
So like, you come back, you have your phone now. What was it like to see so many strangers talking about you online?
It was kind of weird, kind of wild. I mean, I've kind of had it before-ish with, like, and I went viral a bit for looking like Jalen Hurts, so I kind of got that a bit. But, for me, it was just like, I know, like, they're just, like, sitting in their room doing nothing but kind of hating. So it's like, people are going to say everything. I don't really let it get to me. But it was weird for sure. It was definitely bigger than I've ever had it. And people were just, like, saying it was either Jalen Hurts or, who else was that? Shamar Moore, Chris Brown, some even said Charlie Kirk, and I was just like, wow, never got that in my life, but sure, love it. So it was wild, but it was fun. It was good. I love reading all the hate comments. I think they're hilarious because like I learned at a young age. My dad was just like, if anyone hates on you, just laugh at them. It's just gonna piss them off more. And I'm like, sounds good. So now I just find it all hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good attitude.
Yeah.
And you're on the show. You mentioned your mom raising you.
Mm-hmm.
What did your mom have to say about your experience on the show?
She was proud of me for like first and foremost. She said she was very proud of me. Definitely watched with some eyes closed, but she loved seeing me on there. She loved the shout out I gave her, which was awesome, and because she's everything to me. She's always been there for me no matter what. So it was awesome to have her support and like really have her love it and not really hate me for being on there. So it was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if my African parents would be as supportive.
Yeah.
But, it's always nice to hear.
Yeah.
Something that strikes me is there's a lot of like making out and really intense like dancing. You're picking people up. And then, you also are making like heart-shaped pancakes. How do you prepare to be on the show? Like, are you taking dance classes? Are you practicing your pancakes?
For me, I didn't do any. I know Carl took like salsa dancing. He taught us some in the villa, which was awesome. But for me, I was just kind of just winging it. I kind of just said, I've got through all this process just being myself. So don't really change anything. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I love to cook anyway, so it was awesome that, I made Jen like heart-shaped apples one morning, which was awesome. But yeah, I mean, then I dance as much as I can, I guess, at bars and so just kind of winged it, I guess, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's real. So you're from Shakopee and back in Minnesota for a bit. What do you like to do when you're here?
Yeah, big things I like to do is obviously just hang out with my friends. I got still have so many friends here, which is awesome. So been recently just kind of seeing as many as I can because I know they all want to see me and they'll have questions. So hang out with all the close ones at least I can. And then went up north for the 4th of July, which is always a good time. You always go up to a family friend's cabin up in Cohasset. So it was always a good time. Just rip around the jet skis and on the boat and stuff and just have a couple beers with your family friends. We got a big crew up there, so it's a good time. But I mean, I love just being outside here. I think the nature here is always awesome, and being outside here is awesome. So as much as outside time as I can, try to not stay inside, especially in the summer, even though it's hot right now.
Were you finding yourself talking about Minnesota when you were at Love Island or on Love Island?
Yeah, a lot of people always ask where I'm from, and I was always going from Minnesota, but live in New York, and they're just no one ever hears anybody from Minnesota for some reason. So they all ask about, is this because it's cold up there right now? What's going on? I'm just like, no, it's 90 degrees. It's hot. It's actually so hot. I was outside yesterday, just sweating, but No, yeah, I love talking about Minnesota. I think it's the most underrated state ever, and I think it's the best place to be all the time. I love it so much.
Yeah. At MPR, we are really big in the state fair. Are you a state fair person?
Crazy stat for me. My mom's a great, like huge, like grade A state fair person. So I've been every year since I was born, except COVID and last year when I moved to New York. But every other year I've been.
If you were bringing the Islanders to the state fair, like what would you recommend that they do?
Oof. See, for me, it's like we have like me and my mom have a system that we go to. Like we have staples we got to visit every day or every year. So we go to like Miracle Birth, got to hit that. We go to the Coliseum, got to watch some cow shows and some like the alpaca costume peep, like whatever they dress up the alpacas. Got to hit Australian fried potatoes. They're always good. Obviously, get Sweet Martha's, fried pickles. What else is there? Gotta hit Dino's. They always have great live music, and you just kind of chill and have a good time there. Giant slide. Gotta walk through the grandstand. Always see what they got going on in there. Kind of just, yeah. And then obviously it's a big fairground, so trying to hit as much stuff as we can. Go to the hangar and the dog show too is always a good time. So I'd definitely have to show them around for sure and show them how my route is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Always ambassador for Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
and promoting the state. That's our agenda here. Is there anyone that you're rooting for to win the show Sunday? I know that is when the show ends. Who do you think will be America's favorite couple?
I think from now getting my phone back and seeing how the media is taking everything, I think Bryce and Trinity will win. To be honest, based on media, I personally would love to see Carl and Anaya win, even though Dylan is also my boy. But Carl's one of the nicest people I've ever met, and he's also a Minnesota guy. So it's just, got to root for him, and they're great together, so it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The
Minnesotans stick together.
Have you been watching all of the episodes then that you were on and, before then?
Yeah, I watched all of mine, and then what episode am I on now? I'm on 30, and I got to catch up on like the last 3 or 4, I think. So that's what my plan is. Before Sunday, catch up on all of it.
Is there something that you think the public is missing out on or not understanding?
I think they see what they see and they don't. I think no one really like kind of realizes that, you're like a lot of conversations aren't really either like being filmed or they get cut off. So I think they just kind of take what they see and run with it, and they don't realize that, oh, maybe this is a show. It is edited for dramification, but I mean, I think that's the only thing they're really missing. Other than that, I mean, it is it's realer than I thought for sure. I definitely thought it was a little bit more kind of staged-ish, but no, it definitely is really, really pretty real. Like all the conversations are very real, and people get invested. I mean, you have no phone. You're in there for 24 hours a day with these people, and you're spending all this time together, and you're in such like a surreal experience. So it's just like you get very emotionally invested in everything. Like those 6 guys I came in with, I told them, I was like, you may not be in my wedding party, but you'll definitely be invited to my wedding. And I met these guys for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like for them, it's just like, for us, it's just such like a surreal experience. And you like kind of get trauma bonded a bit, just like being in that villa with everything and doing all this crazy stuff. So it's awesome. Yeah. But I think people are missing just kind of like how much time is invested in it and how much like we're all doing. And you only see so much.
What was going through your head as, during the recoupling and then, you're having to leave after spending so much time with these people?
Yeah, during the recoupling, I was hoping Jen would pick me. I know Corey and Melanie beforehand were having a bit like better connection than me and her did at the beginning, which was completely fine with me. She's just making her decision, doing her thing. I was hoping Jen would pick me, and she unfortunately didn't. But I was just happy to be part of this experience and be there and help my guys out with what they like. Hopefully they got picked. I wanted like Corey to get picked. I wanted Carl to get picked. I wanted Jay to get picked. So I was really just hoping, rooting for them. I really wanted Carl to get picked. It was devastating that he didn't, but It's okay.
I think a big thing about this season of Love Island is like all the conversation that's happening online around it. Like people have their theories on kind of what is going on with Islanders, and there are a lot of memes. What has stuck out to you out of all of that?
Yeah, I think for me and like a bunch of the like, especially like some of the Casa people, our first one that we got online like that was hilarious was the Corbin impersonation.
I blank out in these moments like this, and I have like literally no thought. May the truth be told. Kenzie, Melanie, can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss?
Melanie, made you a little smoothie. And he was like, ladies. I wish I could dream like yo. Like all that. Oh my God, it's so funny. And all of us were like, when we got our phones back, we all started like saying that and everything. It was so funny. We started dying laughing.
Because you think that's accurate to
Oh,
have
for sure. Perhaps I think his voice is exactly like that.
Yeah. Do you think he's a robot, or do you have evidence of him being a real person?
I have evidence of him being a real person. He was alive and breathing in front of me. I haven't interacted with him, but I believe he's real. I think he's just got a really deep voice and very funny, like impersonating voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you guys
here.
for
I
having me.
appreciate you
Of course.
coming out from Shakopee.
Yeah, of course. No, I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you so much.